So this is another rant. This time it's about high passing. I had this session come in the other day, and all the tracks had high pass on them. And I talked to the producer, and this is very, very common. So I thought it would be helpful to go through it and talk about it a little bit. If you go really, really back, the reason people high pass, or like the old reason that people high passed, it comes down to like tape, right? And analog recordings. You want to save as much low end as you can for the important things in the track, so you high pass the ones that don't really need that information. That makes sense brain-wise, and it also makes perfect sense when you're, mixing analog, which none of us do anymore. But when you're in the computer, high passing can create a lot of damage, and I'll show and explain why in a second. But in general, I would avoid high passing altogether, as long as either you don't hear a difference or you hear a difference that's like subtle. You could high pass. I'm not saying you shouldn't high pass at all, but high pass the individual tracks that you think need a high pass for a specific task. Don't high pass. So the session that I got had high pass on like kick, on bass, on vocals. Please don't do that. The main reason, in my opinion, to not do that is if we let's open Plugin Doctor, which is a really cool tool where you can basically see what the plugin does in many different ways. So I just put on a Pro Q, and let's high pass even like 34 hertz, which a lot of people just slap that on almost anything. Even the master bus, like people do that. That's insane in my mind. So what's the problem? I'm just reducing, things that I don't even hear, so they don't clog up the mix bus, right? Well, in Plugin Doctor, basically what you can see here is you could go between, this is the frequency change of this glorious FabFilter plugin. And this is the phase relationship. So what is changing in regards to phase? And you can see that there's a phase shift going all the way over to, 1K. When you're high passing something at 34 hertz, and you think you're just adjusting something very, very small that you might not even hear, you're actually changing the phase relations of that particular track all the way up to 1K. I suggest you try and bypass it and see if it actually does something good for the track. I'm not saying like use your eyes like we're seeing here. This is just an example, but what I'm saying is in the world of digital, there's no real need for high passing unless it's a musical thing where you can hear the difference. And if you really, 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 really have to high pass, or low pass for that matter, I suggest you use something like natural phase or even linear phase, using a Pro Q or something else for that. Because once you go linear phase, you can see that the phase doesn't change, and at least you're not, causing more harm than good. I hope this was interesting. Let me know if you like this type of content. If you do, please comment about it. Please subscribe. I guess we're going to do a few more of these because this is fun, ranting to the camera. See you guys next time.